Standing here with Gux at GameGune. So you're back in Fnatic. Describe your feelings towards moving back to the team you won so many titles with in 2009.
It's a great feeling, but it's also a lot of pressure on myself and of course the team. Yeah, it just feels great to be back here. This is where I belong.
During the time back to joining Fnatic, there was a lot of information released both from Fnatic, from your side, and from SK. What is your opinion about the situation? I mean, there's always more sides of the story, but what is your personal opinion?
I don't have that many stuff I want to say about it because it pretty much just got lost in a lot, but I just want to say it, I got used by SK pretty much, but I learned my lesson now and it's over, so.
Despite not being in SK anymore, try to describe how it was during those months in the team, looking at the ups and downs and the pros and cons.
Well, I think in SK I was more of a star player in SK, and yeah, it felt kind of good, but the SK team were really good. The SK players were so nice and they behaved very well, but the organization, as it all feels now, they kind of screwed me up a bit.
As you said, you were like a star player in SK. It also showed when you moved away from Fnatic. It was very crucial that the first few months when you moved back. And also when you joined SK, it quickly showed that you were very important for this team. Now you're back to Fnatic. Do you think it's reaching new heights with the new team, or do you think it's just back to the old?
It's kind of back to the old, I think. We were so good last year, but I don't know, we have a lot of expectations on ourselves, and we'll see if we can live up to it.
Last year in February, you filled the shoes of Archer when he left Fnatic. 3 weeks later, you won IEM 3. Now you're back in the same situation. You joined Fnatic just recently. What can we expect of Fnatic in this tournament? Did you even have enough time to prepare?
I think it's not at all the same situation as it was before, because now they have they play so different than back then. With the threat, I think they had a lot of schedule tactics, with flashes and everything. And back then we were also new and we just started playing with aim, and that's pretty much what we're gonna do this tournament as well. But it's hard for these guys to go back to it, I think.
So is this also something you've noticed while you played in SK and you played against Fnatic? Is how they changed since you were in the team. Do you see it as a positive or as a negative thing?
I see it as a negative thing because it doesn't suit Forest and Get Right as well, and they're crucial players. They're the ones to lift up the team, and it doesn't suit them very well to run around with flash in their hands. They just want to aim. So I think this kind of play suits them much better.
So the Ukrainian team Na'Vi have been absolutely dominant in 2009. Nobody can disagree there. You've played them several times. What do you think is the reason behind their impressive wins in 2010 so far?
Actually, I think it's their tactics. They're even better anti-strat team than MTW, and that kind of lifts them up a lot. So I think they're so good. They know what every team are doing, and they play very smart. They're smarter than everyone thinks.
Speaking of the Ukrainians, they went to Dallas. Of course, time zones is always an issue. Do you think it's something that will collide with their tight schedule? They have to go to GameGune directly from Dallas. They have to go directly from GameGune to Shanghai. Is that something that will affect the team?
I don't think so that much. I think they know each other so well, so I don't think it affects them that much because they get so much experience playing these official tournaments, and when they come here, they just play one and they're pretty much into the game already when they come here.
Other than Na'Vi, who do you think will be the teams to keep an eye on this tournament?
Of course, FX, the Polish team. I think they're going to be good.
You don't expect much from the Mouse Sports mixed team?
No, I don't. Not that much, I think. These old players ain't that good. I don't think so, at least, but we'll see.
There's been some controversy between World Cyber Games and Fnatic. Fnatic filed a complaint. What is your comment about Fnatic, the World Cyber Games Nordic format of qualifying for the 2010 finals?
Well, I think it's really bad that they only send one team, because Fnatic won the Swedish qualifier, they placed first, and they doesn't really earn anything on it. As SK placed second, they kind of have the same they want the same thing as Fnatic did coming first, so I think it's a pretty bad choice of.
Do you think it's important to stand up and speak up in this? I mean, esports is still a young industry. Do you think it's important to I mean, cause trouble, so to speak? I mean, you stand up and you say, well, we're not going to do this. I mean, eventually it could end up that Fnatic will miss World Title Games 2010. But do you think that's going to support the argument of we want things to change?
I'm not really the person to talk about this because I don't really know anything about it, because I just joined. But I think both yes and no. I think they're missing out Fnatic, and it's a big team on the WCG and Fnatic. Yeah, I don't want to say that much about it because I haven't been in this situation that much.
So what can we expect from Fnatic this weekend? Is it too early to state that Fnatic is back in the 2009 form, or will you be by time?
I think it's maybe a little bit early, but we'll see, because I played in SK so long now, and I'm pretty much into that game, and it takes some time for me to change over to this. And Fnatic are also changing their type of play, because we want to pretty much go back to the way we played in 2009, and it's going to take some time.
Thanks for taking time off, and if there's anything or anybody you want to thank, this is your time.
Well, I want to thank all the ones who support me in this SK Fnatic issue, and I want to thank all the fans of Fnatic, and then I want to thank our sponsors.
Thanks.
Thanks.